Today's show is sponsored by Crispy Cuts. Looking for a fresh, clean cut? He take care of me all the time. Check him out. Located on 9535 Dexter Street in Detroit, Michigan.
Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob. Let me talk my S-S-H-H-I-T. Kick it with my kick it with my nigga Rob.
Welcome to another episode of Kickin' It with Rob. I'm Rob. We got Sean Eve Marie in the building.
What up, though?
Mr. Elijah.
Well met.
And today coming through to kick it with us, rapper. Pretty sure he let you know a little bit more about him later on.
Yes, sir.
Highland Park rapper,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rio the Gre8t in the building.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it, man.
Man, we got a lot to cram in a little time at the moment, goddamn it. But we gonna try to get it done. But first,
Let's do it.
so Rio, all we do, we just flow off what we doing, you know what I'm saying? But we just talk topics. But I do got to talk about one thing.
Okay.
I don't know facts. I just feel like something is wrong. I'm talking about the lady at the casino who kids supposedly froze in the car. So this something real quick, y'all. I want y'all pin that whatever. But recently, they found out that the kids died of carbon monoxide. Like I said, I don't know the facts. Just sound a little weird to me. I always thought if they froze or whatever this new thing is that what they found out is child neglect. They awarded the lady a house. They might have gave her some money. And what y'all think about that? What y'all take on that situation? I mean,
I think it's unfortunate for the most part.
for the kids.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, for everybody to be in a situation of where you going to the casino is a last resort for, you know what I'm saying, on a cold night. That's unfortunate, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't want to say nothing wrong because, like I said, I don't know facts.
I would
I
agree with you
Yeah.
in that from the first moment I heard any of this, I thought it sounded strange. People do, die of exposure. It happens. This lady evidently was in a vehicle and then in the casino, and the children froze to death in their sleep. That's horrible, and maybe there was nothing that could be done, but now it's come out that they did not freeze. They, choked to death on carbon monoxide. I imagine that the police department is going to do their due diligence, and it is my sincere hope that this was a horrible accident. But I mean, I've been blessed that I've never been in that situation, so I really don't know what's going on.
You're right. And like I said, I don't know shit. I just think the shit ain't right. I think something real weird about it. So to the people out there, when y'all see this, what do y'all think? What do y'all?
Can I speak on it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I thought you was about to. Go ahead.
Oh, you guys.
I wasn't about to end it.
Oh, well, from my point of view, the lady was homeless. And it was her mother, her siblings, and the kids in the car from what I read and I watched the reports. And there were cameras on there. She probably felt, me being a woman, and if I had children, and, you know, she probably felt that was the safest place for her to park at that time for her and her children. She ran out of gas for one. So the gas was on. She ran out of gas. That was what was said, that she ran out of gas. When she woke up, she noticed that the two kids, well, one of the children were gone. She called someone. I don't know how it went into play, but I just feel like if you in a situation when you have people telling you you can't come to my house because you got too many kids and you don't have nowhere to go, I mean, what can you do? And then you can't even, fault the mother too because she was calling the father and his whole ass didn't even want to even take the children. And he living in Novak talking about he was on the treadmill at the gym when he got that car. So obviously he was in a good place or a good situation to where he could have taken those children in and took care of his two. He didn't even have to take her or her other ones. He could have took His two. Period.
Well, shit. When the facts come out, then I'll bounce back, and hopefully you won't have to eat them words.
I mean,
That's what I'm just saying.
I don't mind.
If the
I'm
facts
going
come
by
back,
reports. I'm not
right,
saying what I know because I don't know
right.
the facts. But
Mm.
I will never eat my words of what I'm saying because that's how I feel about it. Period. They had two parents, not just one.
I don't know as much as anyone here, but the idea that these children had a parent who had shelter
Absolutely.
and the means to provide shelter and did not do so, that sounds like actionable criminal causality. Apparently he was asked and he refused to house his children. If that is the case, that sounds actionable.
And not even that.
We,
She
we
was never in a casino. She was living out her car for months.
So she was in the car too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She was in the car. Her mother, they all were in the
Right.
car living.
So she was in the car.
She was in a van.
I saw it. The van. The kids died. They all in there. The kids didn't freeze. They died of carbon monoxide. So why is she okay?
Nobody else died of carbon monoxide.
But you have to think about it too. She left her gas on you. She's still in an enclosed area.
I get it. No, it's not enclosed because there's parking structure. It's wind blowing through there. So why is she not?
You don't know the
them?
condition of the car. You don't know
Yeah,
the
it could've
motor.
been a
It
lot
could have
of
been
factors.
anything.
The
It's
fact that
a
they was just
lot
sitting
of
in the
things
back
that
seat
could have
could've
been an effective that would have affected that. You just don't know.
No, I'm
And
saying carbon monoxide. If whoever's around, you all in trouble.
it depends. It depends. Because some people have died in houses with carbon monoxide and others haven't. And others have been dead and the other people survived. Like we said, we don't know the situation. And then you have to think about it too. These were smaller children.
We don't
Y-
know the health of the kids.
Yeah, the health of the
We don't know
kids.
the
They've
health
been
of the
out.
mother.
They've been
And you got to consider the
Yeah.
fact of the conditions. Like
She
that was
ran out
during
of
the time
gas.
where it was, below freezing.
It was
here
cold
in Michigan.
outside.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna say what I think happened.
I can't be
I
judgmental
tell y'all
about
off
stuff.
camera. I'm not.
Especially when they had two parents. Because it
Yeah,
could have been prevented.
It sounds weird, and I know less than anyone here, but the idea that there's been no action taken regarding the father of the children seems odd to me. If the claim is she reached out to him and he said, "No, let him freeze," that sounds actionable.
No,
That ain't what he said. He was on the news.
What he said was, she didn't tell me the reason why. She probably told him several reasons why. He knew, talking about she could have took him to his family. No, you should have contacted your family.
Hold on now, son, because you said you going off reports. Now you can't
I
assume.
seen him. I'm not assuming.
See, you are.
That's what this man said. The man said that she called him.
And you said she probably told him more.
He said she called so many times. He said it out his mouth. I can give you. I'll send you the report.
I think what he's talking about is your presumption is he knew the situation.
He knew.
He said, "Well, see, I don't know that
because she called. He said she called because they asked him. Then she called and he said, yeah, but she ain't tell me the reason why. I mean, and he looked like he was lying when he said that.
I mean,
I'm with you 100%.
You see
I have known people.
Well, go look at it since you didn't see it.
I'm not saying that he didn't say what you said he was saying. What I'm saying is I am aware personally of women who have called and said, "Hey, I need this, I need that," and he's like, "Well, no, I'm not doing that. They don't tell the real reason."
I'm
not saying that's what happened with him. I don't know,
and I'm not saying that either. But the magnitude of the situation was probably misunderstood.
Yeah,
or maybe she didn't say, "I'm homeless."
Sure
maybe she said, "I got things to do."
No, she
I
had
don't
been
know.
homeless for 3 months. That's what I'm saying. I can speak on it because I read on it, and I read on it, and I followed the story. So I seen his whole ass say what he said, and he was I was on a treadmill when she called me and told me they were gone. So
well, again,
he was in a position to where he could have housed his children,
no doubt,
and he didn't. So he's just
you
much
said
as
you
well.
know them?
I said
No,
You heard what I said.
no, it sounded like he was on a treadmill and they told you that she was. They
You're
was.
not listening. I said he was on the treadmill when they called him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
He said when they called him, he was on the treadmill, and that's when he was in the gym on the treadmill. That's what he said.
He
Period.
also, and I'm asking, not telling, he also said that she did not make it clear the nature of the situation.
He said that she called and said, "Could you take the children?" And he said she called several times,
Mm-hmm.
and she never said that she was homeless.
And you think he's lying about that?
Yeah,
Why?
because he looked like he lying. He knew she was
Okay.
homeless. They even said the girl that he was living with said she didn't want to deal with nobody else's kids.
Okay, and that means he knew she was homeless.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, we'll find out. God damn it. I got a theory. What I think happened. I say it off the show, and let y'all know what I mean. I think Elijah know. So look, it's another question I got. We got to cram this in today, y'all. We running out of time. Okay, real quick. If you married, he's single. Whoever you cheat on your husband.
Why you couldn't ask them? Don't ask me that.
Okay.
Because we ain't got no
Yeah.
husbands. We don't do
No,
husbands.
if you cheat
Well,
on
I mean,
a wife,
it's a vice versa
yeah,
thing. It's a
'cause
vice
it's like
versa.
you.
Okay.
It's always
No,
you
I'm just trying to
against
hurry
the
up.
women all the time.
No, me, you just was against the brother. But look,
No, he always bring these subjects
we
up
let you
about
get away with that.
women.
It's National Women's Day, goddamn it. But no, okay. Well, we'll say Elijah cheats. He married. He cheats on his wife with a single person. Who is more wrong, the married person or the single person?
Both.
They're
It's
both
no.
wrong.
It's no more to it. They're both wrong. 50-50 wrong. 100% on this side. 100% on this side.
Okay, so this is pretty much, excuse me, adultery versus fornication, right? That's why the single person will be wrong, right?
Did she know he was married? That's when it comes to fornication, right?
No,
When they-
Fornication
is
having
having
sex without being married.
Okay, adultery is when
When you break the covenant of marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically the same. But if the single person, did not know that he was married, how are they held accountable as to, you know what I'm saying? Is this a one-time hit or is this a continuation of the situation? And did they know that the person was married?
I don't think that matters.
It do matter.
I mean, meaning, I'm sorry, Rio, let me get this out. I
No,
think
you
the
good,
person
man.
who married is more wrong because I feel like they the ones who was committing the bad act.
Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
That's how I look at it. Wrong is wrong.
So when you say wrong is wrong,
you could jazz it up and make it seem like, well, if they just didn't know, at the end of the day, if you having sex with a person, you should know these type of things. If you don't know these type of things, then you pretty much in the wrong of yourself. It's like meeting a stranger and
You have to ask the right questions.
I admire your I need a word. But I might be the only person here that's ever got down without doing a background check. I have done so. It's been some time now.
I
I'm
think
getting
we all
older.
have.
I've done some things. I actually dated a married woman for a month or so when I was in the Shy 20 years ago. I didn't know. Funny story, I found out one morning we were at a hotel and she, accidentally let it slip. And I was quite terrified because I thought he might be waiting for me and put a bullet in me. And that was the last time we saw each other. But back to the subject. I'm old school. I was raised to never address a gentleman when my woman is doing something. And I guess I extrapolate that into how I feel. If you are my wife and Rob is giving it to you, and Rob knows you're married, I'm not mad at Rob.
absolutely not.
I don't care. Rob, if she got some good stuff, Rob's supposed to enjoy that good stuff. She's the one that is committed to me, not Rob. Rob hasn't done anything to anybody. Rob's having a good time. He doesn't have to respect the covenant of my marriage. I don't expect him to. At the same time, if I address my wife, you need to, step to the side. Now, you know what I'm saying? So, hey,
You're right.
But
That's
step to
true.
the side now, but you don't owe me nothing. Like I never get into it. And women do that all the time, and a lot of men enjoy that. If your man is messing with a woman, and she knows or she don't know, your issue is with the gentleman with whom you have a relationship, not the person that you don't have a relationship with. Now, when you address your man, she needs to be smart enough to know, hey, y'all handle that. I'll see you later. But I don't. The only people I hold responsible for an agreement or commitment are the people who made the agreement or commitment, and nobody else is required to respect my
I
stuff.
just say morally, when you're a single woman, and I'm gonna speak for myself. Like if I was single and I met a guy that was married, I would not. I'm wrong too if he has a wife. I'm totally wrong because I'm disrespecting myself as well as their marriage. This woman, she don't know me, but at the end of the day, I'm wrong because I don't have no business messing with a married man.
That's
Period.
if you knew.
No,
But if you
I'm saying even after if I know and if I don't know, I mean, like, okay, to a situation. If I find out that I am messing around with a man that's married, it's
too
on
late.
me. No, it's not too late. It's time for me to exit.
It's too late.
It's
You
time for
always
me to
wrong. You're
exit.
already wrong.
But I'm exiting myself.
I'm just fucking with you,
It was
son.
wrong. No, it's wrong for me that I didn't do my due diligence to check his
I don't think nobody do that. Speaking of that, and I ain't trying to get biblical, so we don't got time to do none of that stuff. I just really think that fornication is a false sin. Because, real quick, I think it's a false sin because it's common. I think that how can somebody, this is man's, God, we are all God's creatures. We all created by God. If I got a little puppy at the house, if he don't know nothing about sex, but if I was to, if when he get older, he go outside, the female dog gonna know to turn around, he gonna know the doggy style. It's in our nature to do it. So I just think fornication
But
false
I
sin.
don't think that's
But
a justification to do
we
it.
divine creatures. We not. You
Right.
can't compare us to a dog.
Right.
Nah, we ain't. Nah, man. We
Well,
all
you a
put
dog
here.
then.
We all put. Well, that's what y'all call it. But we put here. All of us put here
'Cause
to
all men don't cheat.
produce. I'm talking about the fucking part.
That's cheating.
No, fornication. God damn it, we can do it. I'm just saying, we can do it.
Do you be listening to what you say sometimes?
Yeah, I do. I think outside the box.
I just feel like it's spiritual rules and levels to these things. That's why we have that's why we have marriage. That's why we have relationships. That's why we just don't go out and, screw whoever just because, we can. And that's what is the dividing factor between that.
I feel you. I think it's the population control thing, in my opinion.
I'm inclined to agree with Rob, as I often do. Humans have been running around in the form that we know for 30,000 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
The institution of marriage, as we recognize it, is a whole lot younger than that. I don't believe that marriage is a divine edict.
It's not for everybody either.
Well, clear, but I don't believe it's a divine edict. I think it's a sociological parameter designed for a specific type of community. And I'm not saying that community is good or bad. I'm a part of it, so I like to get married. But there are civilizations where they don't have the marriage covenant, and yet they are peaceful. They have families. They have communities,
but they
and they've
have
been doing
some
it
type
thousands
of
of years.
understanding still.
Yeah, they have understandings, but
it may not be the black and white lines of marriage that what we have, but
they don't have the word. There's an understanding. They agree to do things, and I flatter myself to think I understand what Rob is saying. The whole institution of Judeo-Christian, Islamic marriage is not something that is divine edict. I have often said that the divine edict is something that goes beyond Scripture. And by Scripture, I mean the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, all of them. Divine edict is stuff that every society knows, like killing is wrong. Absolutely. Any society you go to, whatever language, whatever time, people still did it. But they didn't need a book to say we shouldn't kill. Everybody knew. Incest.
Okay, bottom line, it was in the Bible, it's a sin. So what was the situation that you was talking about that led up to the adultery and all of this stuff?
You saying what? Oh, when I was saying about married a married person sleeping with a single person,
Mhm.
who's the more wrong?
Mhm.
It's the person who's married.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Person who made the agreement.
Yeah, that's what it is. We can't. We will not have time to get into this last topic, but we do got time, Mr. Rio, to
Okay.
look in that camera right there. Tell everybody your handles. Tell them about you. Tell everybody about you. You know what I'm saying? With it, besides the rap thing, the song and everything.
Man, where do I start? I'm Rio the Great, the one the girls love and haters love to hate. Highland Park song, man. Affectionately is known as the mayor in Highland Park. My new project is called Rio for Mayor. My goal with this project is to connect the younger generation with the older generation.
Good
Um,
thing.
yeah, and I'm doing it through music. I'm doing it by just being hands on, um, just speaking.
Positive role
Yeah,
model.
absolutely, absolutely. You don't have to be like I don't have to be a council member or the actual mayor to be involved in politics. I don't have to be um like I'm from the streets. I'm from the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But I try to give back in positive ways. I go back to the basketball court that I used to go to school at, and I make sure there's nets on the court after
That's
every
what's up.
summer. Just little stuff like that, and
That's what's up.
I watch it carry on. I've been doing that for probably about 8, 9 years now. Now when the summertime starts, like the younger kids, they rushing to beat me up there. Like I got some better nets to you. I got some chain nets this year. So
Oh,
I
that's
just
good.
try
So
to
you
be like a positive role model within my community. Somebody that people could talk to, both young and old. Um,
Keep looking at me when you say old.
I'm greater than you.
when I say I'm talking about like in Highland Park, man. A lot of our community is senior citizens. A lot of people that's been there for years and years, and then you got their grandkids. You don't really have a lot of middle aged people. I'm in my 30s,
Mhm.
35. I just turned 35.
Oh, you look good for your age.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
But
hear that it hurts, but you did look much
thank you. I
younger.
appreciate that. But
I'm curious, sir. It sounds like you're saying that there's an actual like numerical demographic gap between like 20 and 60. Is
mhm.
there, are those people moving out, or
um
in your theory? I mean, we ain't got no sense.
a lot of different gaps, not just people moving, but economic gaps, just the social gap of understanding. Like a lot of people are the younger people. They turn 18, they turn 19, they don't know what they voting for.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Even on the local level, it's just like you voting for your city council person, the people who, you know what I'm saying, the man who stay next door to you that's gonna be making the decisions on how the city's gonna be ran. If y'all gonna have a school or not. We don't have a school in Highland Park right now. We haven't had a high school since 2014.
It's been a while.
It's a lot of things that we don't have in Highland Park. Right
Well,
now, Michigan is booming off the marijuana industry. I currently work for one of the few black-owned dispensaries. It's called Nuggets.
Oh,
Nuggets
yes.
Oh, it's down
Dispensary,
on Telegraph.
Telegraph and Grand
Okay.
River. Yep. We don't have
Say that again,
Nuggets Dispensary on Telegraph and Grand River.
brothers. Okay.
Yep, black-owned.
Black owned.
Yep,
Yeah. Somebody
black-owned.
was talking about that the other night. A lady, I was out and she was speaking about that.
I need
With
to
her
get one of them
family
shirts or
somewhere.
something, man.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got a couple hats and T-shirts for y'all.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
just trying to get like that type of politics in Highland Park. We don't have any dispensaries there. And Michigan just, I think they just hit $3 billion or something in tax revenue.
Mhm.
It's just like, why isn't the poorest city in the state benefiting off of this?
Who used to, and yeah, I'm not speaking from like actual census data, but when I was coming up as an old guy,
Mhm.
the weed industry was us. It was poor
Absolutely.
blacks. They was doing that, and they was locking us up left
Absolutely.
and right. Now they legalize it. All of the money, the opportunity to license everything doesn't go to those people.
Absolutely.
Which, I mean, I know I'm not the first to say it, but
And we're
it still pisses me
overqualified.
off.
Yeah.
The first thing that we're actually overqualified for is just like we're not getting the opportunity. We don't get the platforms for it. So
We
that's
don't have a
why it's
license.
important for us young people to get out there and vote, meet with your local leaders because I understand that voting for Trump might not feel like, we making a change. We go vote for Biden or Trump or whoever it is on the presidential scale, and whoever's gonna win is gonna win. But on a local level, I've seen like city council members win by one single vote and come in and change everything. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's just like, dang, where this person come from, man? Who let
Because
this person in?
Everybody didn't
vote.
participate, and a
Yeah,
lot of people not informed.
nobody didn't vote. They didn't
They
know
not
that.
understanding the power they have. They just looking at it as, well, I know if I vote for Trump, he gonna win or lose, or if I vote for,
They
X,
don't
Y, and
understand the implications.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
and
is not an
and it
accident.
starts on the local level. Highland Park is a small city, less than 10,000 people. So
Really?
yeah. So as far as
Y'all
voting,
still don't have a police department, do y'all?
we
Or
have
do
a
you?
police department.
Now you do.
We do have our own police department. Our police department is doing a great job. It takes a lot for me to say that, but our police department is doing a great job there in Highland Park.
Yeah, you gotta tiptoe through Highland Park. You can't even speed through
And I
there. That's
wouldn't
like
even,
going through
it,
Royal Oak or something.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I would say they've gotten better. I know it was a time where it's just like, you got to tiptoe. Um, I've been watching them deal with like real issues that I would, what I'm saying, as a person who lives in that community, would like to see addressed. We recently been having shout out to the Avalon Village. If you're not familiar with Mama Shoe in the Avalon Village, that's what I call downtown Highland Park. This lady literally bought up her whole block,
Mhm.
and she turned abandoned houses into homework houses, basketball
I think I
courts.
saw
So
you
kids can
perform at
come
Avalon
do.
Yep,
Village.
yep. I performed.
That's where I saw you.
So
Yep.
homework houses, they can come and do their homework
The
and get
kids after
tutoring
That's
and
dope.
stuff
school.
like that.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
Mama
yep.
Shoe is that deal.
Yeah, that's
Mama
real
Shoe,
dope.
I have a good relationship with Mama Shoe. I have a lot of love for Mama Shoe. She's one of our, pioneers, foot soldiers right there in Highland Park. And she's always reaching out to, people like me to come there and perform, just to give back. You know what I'm saying?
She's a remarkable lady who might want to kick it with Rob at some point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I greatly appreciate you mentioning that you appreciate the efforts of your police department. As a black man and American growing up, in Detroit, I have fortunately haven't personally been a victim of it. I've seen a lot of misbehavior by police officers, and there's a lot of anger and hatred from our people towards the police, and that's justifiable. But I would say, and I've told people when I've traveled, and I lived in places like Chicago, Detroit's police department, probably because of the efforts of people in the 70s and 80s like Coleman Young, rest in peace, that made sure that the people in the community were represented in the police department. Our police department is pretty good. It's all in Detroit has always been pretty good. I mean, there's no perfect one.
It's
Still
decent.
it's still a job. They still got to do their job.
And there's always some people that are corrupt and not going to do it in every profession.
Right.
But I have friends and family in other communities where the police are basically overseers against black people and basically just just mistreat us.
So,
and Detroit is not like that. And I guess Highland Park isn't like that.
We've been making a change. I want to give a shout out to Chief McMahon. When he became the chief, one of the first things that they did was put together a basketball game. It was the police and fire department versus the citizens of Highland Park.
And y'all ate them up.
Man, I ain't never trained for a game, bitch. So, man, but it was good. It was built. You know what I'm saying? We were able to let our aggression, anger out. I was a part of the team that put the community team that organized the people and whatnot. Man, we whooped on them. We came out the gates like 20 zip.
That's the mess with them old guys.
But it was all love. We shook hands afterwards. You know what I'm saying? When I see the police officers in the street now, they talk mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's
next time, though.
It's a good. It was a relationship. It's not me just riding by like,
they're not overseers, and that's like. And I guess I'm repeating myself. I didn't realize how fortunate I was when I was coming up. NWA was new, and everybody was fuck the police, and people in my community was like, yeah, fuck the police. But when I traveled, I found out that fuck the police is some real shit. In other places, Detroit's police is not that bad.
Yeah.
When I was coming
So
up.
Rico,
I
I
went
kind of
to
we finna be done. No, I know. I'm sorry. I actually wanted to put one of these cards, but don't worry about it. Let the people know your handles where they can reach you to before we got to get out of here, man.
For sure. Y'all can find me on all platforms at Rio the Great. That's RIOTHAGR8. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, all the music
On the
platforms.
Mayor, y'all check out his song On the Mayor.
Check out my latest single, On the Mayor. It's a nice one. We had a nice run with it last summer. Video coming soon. Yes, sir.
All right, till next time, y'all. Peace. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Peace, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yep,
It's
no
been
problem.
a pleasure.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed the motherfucking show.
You hear me?
Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment. God damn it.
That
Until
part.
next time, peace.
Let me talk my ass.